Hey y'all, it's been a hot minute. Did you all miss me? Let me know in the comment section. It's been a while since I filmed a sit down video. I missed it so much and I missed talking to my camera, aside vlog that is. Then again, I'm glad that I got to push out all those backlog content and now we're getting back to real time in terms of content. Thank you all so much for clicking to watch today's video. If you enjoy it, give it a thumbs up. If you're new here, welcome to the family. I can't wait to have you as a subscriber, as a family member, as a Chantel Nation family member. It's a close-knit community here, and yeah, I'd love for you to join us. Thank you so much. Leave a comment in the comment section, share the video, leave a comment. I already said that. Let's just get right into today's video. So yeah, today's video is going to be my culture shock. So I've been in Houston for a while now, and it's my first time in America. There's so many things I have seen that are not the norm from where I'm coming from, that is Nigeria. So I just thought it wise to share it with you all in case most of you can relate. This video is just a feel-good one. Nothing so extraordinary in terms of the culture shock I've had since I've been here for about a month now. These are things that I experienced and it felt weird in a way to me. The number one on my list is the way they term their buildings. You know how in Nigeria, we don't count the down floor. That's bungalow style, right? So we start counting the stories from the first one. If it's a one-story building, you say it's an upstairs. If it's two-story, and so on and so forth. But here in the US, they count the down floor as one story. Backstory, my auntie has been house hunting and I've been tagging along to view different property, right? And we get to the first one, the realtor rather, said it's a two-story building. We get there and like, where's the other story? She just started laughing. She's like, no, that here they include the down floor as one story. So one story is what we call bungalow in Nigeria, and two stories is what we call one story, and so on and so forth. So it was so weird to me. I'm like, okay, we learn every day, but it doesn't mean that's what I already know from my country is wrong. But this is a different approach they are taking here, and I'm not mad at it. The second one that is kind of a culture shock, but a culture shock based on the UK and here. I'm not going to compare it to Nigeria. I don't think I'm even let's compare it to Nigeria. Kind of. Is the fact that tax is not included in the price of the item. So you get something, for instance, a shirt, and you see the price $16.99. You get to the till and that price is exclusive of tax, which is not the case in the UK. The UK just gives you the price of the item, and when you go to pay, you're not paying extra because the tax is already embedded in the price shown. So whenever I'm buying things now, I just include tax in my head. I don't know how much it is. I think between 3% to 5%. I'm not sure. So if I'm buying a shoe or a shirt for $16.99, for instance, I just include an extra $2. I say, okay, this is $20. Because once you get to the till, it is definitely not what you have in hand. It must include their tax, which is different from where I'm coming from. So that's another culture shock. The third one I noticed is, I need to sit here for a bit. Compulsory tip. You guys, they are so entitled when it comes to this tipping thing. And it's so weird. So my friend took me out for a birthday dinner, and we got done eating everything. They brought the bill and they included a 20% tip. Like it was generic, it was by default. They just put it there, 20% tip. And I was wondering, say, is it by force? Are they not paying them? And my friend was just like, say that's the norm here, that sometimes you can even tip them and they'll tell you it's not enough. You have to add something for your own money. It's by force. They can give you attitude. Say if you're tipping me to what is $20, I need $100 tip. They're just, in simple terms, entitled to your money. It can never be where I'm coming from. How I say it, it is supposed to be free will. You can't come force me to give you my hard-earned money, even when I don't want to do it. It now took me back to something that happened when my family members and I went for breakfast. After we finished eating, the girl brought the bill. She asked if she should add the tip. My cousin said, no tips or something. This girl, her countenance just changed. Somebody that was all smiley, serving us and everything, she just changed. Like she wasn't even having it with us. Something even fell on the floor. She did not even answer us. So yeah, I just find it weird. I don't know if it's a norm that everybody's okay with here, but for me, I beg to differ. It's really weird. I don't see why the need for entitlement when it comes to someone else's money. That mirrors the next point, number 4. Culture shock is if somebody invites you out for a birthday dinner, a party, whatever, and it has to do with a restaurant somewhere that they pay for the food. Just know that you're going to foot your bill. Don't go there without your purse or your credit card or whatever means of payment you want to use. If not, it will shock you. Compared to Nigeria, anyone that is inviting us out, you know that the person is handling the bill. Even if you want to back the person up with your payment, you do it because you want to, not because it's compulsory. But yeah, it is compulsory. When they even bring in the bill, say, oh yeah, split it. Everybody will have their own. You will see your money and you will pay for it. I'm not mad at it because when it comes to birthdays, I see reasons with the fact that everybody has to pay for their meal and then even pay for the birthday girl, right? But because it's not what I'm used to, I didn't grow up in that environment. This is very new to me. Like, okay. So you now have to be choosing where you're going to. So whenever you get your invite and say, I have a party, I'm going somewhere to meet somebody, better have it at the back of your mind that I just are going to pay for your food. Unless it's like a party, like they invited you, there's an event going on, they rented a hall, they have vendors that are catering to people for, in terms of food, drinks and stuff. So you know that that is free. But when it comes to, come, let's go to a restaurant, come, let's go and do this one, you will pay for your own. Carry your money when you're going to these places. The fifth one, which I really admire, is the fact that here in the US, they have a high regard for their armed forces. It's so good that when they are even boarding a plane, after business class or even before business class, they call on the armed forces, army, marine, whatever department you belong to board the plane. And then they'll continue telling you, thank you for your service, whether you're a veteran, whether you're in service. They even take it up 3 notches of more when you're in your full regalia, your full uniform. And then when it comes to check-in bags, I think they give them 2 free check-in bags. They don't pay for it. Even in the bank, they waive charges for them. They just regard them so highly. And I'm not mad at it. I just wish that was the case in Nigeria, where I'm coming from, because, I mean, I'm not going to go so deep into it, but you already know what happens there when it comes to people in the armed forces. Yeah, number 6 is the time difference in different states. I took a 2-hour flight from Houston to Atlanta. We got to Atlanta, I was looking at my time. What they were announcing on the plane was different from what I was seeing on my phone. So I had to just log into World Clock on my iPhone and then checked, only to realize that Atlanta is 1 hour ahead of Houston, but just a 2-hour flight. I heard even LA is about 3 hours. Some places are like 5 hours in the same country. It just goes to show how big this country is. In Nigeria, it's a generic clock. Whether you're calling me from Abuja and I'm in Port Harcourt or I'm in Edo, I guess it has to do with the fact that the US is insanely huge. So yeah, it just gets really confusing sometimes. The next culture shock I have, but I've always known this one though, because it's not just a US thing. Even in the UK, is monthly rent. They are paying £1,000, $15 every month for your apartment, and that is exclusive of utility amenities like gas, water, internet. What else? Gas, water, light, internet. Those are exclusive of what you have to pay to the landlord. Except you're staying in an apartment that covers it. No, they don't even cover it because it's still embedded in your monthly rent in a way. So it's so weird. And I'm like, Nigeria, we pay in a year rather. And although amenities are not included, but even with that, amenities are not as high as it is here. I understand the currency difference. Then again, if they start monthly rent in Nigeria, I don't think a lot of people will be able to cope. Even if they use our currency, say for instance, you're paying 3 million a year for your house and then they divide that by 12 months, it's still a lot of money to cough out every month. And here there's no come today, come tomorrow. Oh, please give me some time. I think period of grace is just 2-3 days. After that, they will add extra money, and if you stay longer, they will cut you off. It's a jungle out here. Now I understand why you never get to see people. You never, like right now I'm alone in the house. Everybody has gone to work. They are working nonstop. Sometimes I don't even see, I'll be in the same house. I don't see the people I'm in for 2 days. You just hear their footsteps. They are going out. Either you're sleeping. It's just a lot to unpack. The next on my list is when pedestrians are crossing and cars just stop. Regardless of if the pedestrian crossing tells you to go or not, you can just enter the road and start walking and cars will stop for you. Try it in Nigeria. You can't even try it. You won't even dare try it because whatever you get, you take it like that. When I'm going for walks in the morning, because I'm from Nigeria, I have it that the back of my mind that I shouldn't be crossing the road when cars are moving. So I pressed the pedestrian crossing thing to give me the go ahead to cross, right? But before I even turns green, as long as you're just approaching the road, cars just stop for you and you walk. You don't need to run. You don't need to move faster than usual. Just walk and back. They're even so entitled to it that nobody even says thank you. But me, I just I can't help but say thank you. And someone else talking to like, you don't need to say thank you. It's your right. They can't move until you pass. I say, That applies to the UK as well. But in the UK, yeah, you have to wait for the pedestrian crossing to turn green, right, before you can move. But here, whether it's red, whether it's amber, whether it's green, just be walking and going. Nobody's going to hit you, knock you over. So, yeah. That was another culture shock for me. If you can relate, let me know in the comment section. The next thing I experienced in terms of culture shock is disorganized parking in parking lots. Explain to me why some people are parking facing forward and the others are parking facing backward. In Nigerian parking lots, that is banks, malls, those security men have a way of organizing parking. You cannot just come and you see a fleet of cars facing forward and then you want to park facing backwards. That's the opposite direction. They will call you and tell you to repack. So I really like that about my country. Yay, Nigeria. Yeah, it's so disorganized. This one is facing forward. This one wants to face backward. I'm like, what is going on? Why can't people just have an organized parking? All cars face forward, all cars face, if the opposite lots, you can face backward. But this one, whatever each person wants, they just do their thing freestyle. It looks so disorganized in my eyes. I'm like, I even had to share with my friend the other day. I said, what is going on? Why can't people just make up your mind on where you want to face in terms of parking? Why is this one like this? This one is like this. It's just a lot to handle. I know that is secondary, but I mean, coming from Nigeria, where we are organized like that, it's so weird. Yeah. Another culture shock I noticed is name calling, aka first name basis, regardless of how old you are. You know how from Nigeria we have this culture of respect when it comes to referring to people who are older than us, right? We can say ma'am, or you can say ma, or you can call auntie. It doesn't necessarily mean if the person is related to you by blood or nah. But here, every Tom, Dick, and Harry is referred to by their first name. If your name is Kelechi, a 5-year-old will call you Kelechi. It's a norm. Don't take it to heart. They're not being disrespectful from what I have seen. It's just a normal thing here. If they want to be nicer, they can add Miss or Mrs. Or you see that auntie, uncle. If you're not related to them by blood, you're not getting any of that. So when you're coming from Nigeria, if you have that tendency of getting mad when a younger person calls you by your name, stay back in your country because you will have issues with a lot of people. I just came here to tell you people peacefully. Different upbringing for different children, different cultures, different traditions. We just have to find a way to coexist amicably. The next one I'll be talking about, I don't know if this is 8 or 9 or 7, I will know when I'm editing, is one I experienced at a restaurant called Rocksport. So that birthday dinner I told you we went for, they had cake. Someone brought a cake for the celebrants. And we couldn't cut it because they had a cutting cake fee. It can never be my country. Why? That if you cut cake, they will charge you for it. Your birthday cake or you brought it. You don't need anything from them. Obviously, that knives on the table, they are saucer, just for you to cut and give your guests that there's a cutting fee. So I was even thinking, okay, small money now, whatever it is, let's just find out how much. And then the waitress goes, $5 per head. So imagine if you're 10 people on the table, $5 for each person. For you to cut a slice of cake and give, how much is the cake now? I was just sitting like this. I was opening my eyes and we say, what? Cutting cake fee. I don't know if it's a generic thing here or it just had to do with the restaurant I went to. So I can't say for sure because I haven't been to a lot of restaurants. But if you're based in the US and it's a thing, let me know in the comment section because it was just outright, for lack of better words, madness to me. I was like, what is this? Why do I have to pay money to cut cake? You should even be giving me the celebrant a complimentary cake. Those ones, they're not giving any complimentary cake, no happy birthday song, nothing of that sort. Which can never, where I'm coming from, they will do something sweet. Even if they don't give you a complimentary cake, they will sing for you, let you even cut your cake. We have bought food from your restaurant, we have bought drinks. Why can't you just let us cut cake? It was very absurd to me. I didn't find it funny at all. But yeah, that's the next point. I believe I should be nearing the end of this video. Yeah. So the last point, aka last culture shock I'll be sharing, is saying sorry. This I learned in the UK. I put it up on my Insta stories once, and people are like, you don't need to say sorry, except you're the one that caused the issue. I said, no, I don't see it like that. I'm an empath. If somebody falls in front of me, I will tell you sorry. It doesn't necessarily mean that I caused the problem for you. But here it's the same thing. When you tell them sorry, they look at you like, why are you telling me sorry? For what? What did you do to me? So these days, I envelop my sorry. And I feel like far from of, they say, what you rather do if somebody is hurt in front of you, say, are you okay? These days, I don't even bother saying anything. Are you okay? I'll be sorry. I just keep it to myself. But in my heart, I feel so bad. I just want to be empathetic to you. But I mean, if I give you that, you'll throw it back in my face. So I might as well just mute, shut my mouth and face my front. In Nigeria, if you fall or something happens to you, everybody's around you. Oh, sorry, sorry, sorry. You will feel better about yourself. You'll feel seen. I mean, to each their own, and I'm not about to change anybody, but yeah, they shouldn't try to change me as well. Yeah, that's it with this video. Those are the cultural shocks I can remember and I wanted to share in this video. Let me know if there's anyone you can relate to or anyone I forgot to mention. Leave same in the comment section and we'll talk more about it there. Give the video a thumbs up if you enjoyed watching. Share, subscribe if you're not yet a member of the Chantel Nation fam bam, where everything and more. I'm looking to film a Q&A about my trip. So you all can ask me questions about probably visas, traveling tips, things you're looking to know about prepping for trips and stuff. Anything travel related. I think I've gotten to the point where I know some things I would like to share, but I don't want to come on here and bombard you all with a plethora of information. I want it to be streamlined to the questions that you ask me so that I can narrow my answers to suit him. All right. So if that is something you'd like to see, let me know as well in the comment section. My DM on Instagram is also open. You can also send me an email at anyanwu@gmail.com. We'll take it up from there. All right, y'all. Thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next one. Mwah. Bye, y'all.
Always what got a crew. Nothing's impossible. Your favorite Nigerian YouTuber. She holding down the spot, can't move her. And you know she get deep like scuba. Fashion, lifestyle, let's do it. This Chantel Anyanwu. Do what she gotta